right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Speedy start to the school year for Missouri students next week, when the dangerous heat arrives and how long it lasts.
And tonight, local COVID cases are rising. But do you need to take the same precautions? The advice from the health department. But first tonight, a mother and daughter missing for weeks.
I care about their well-being and I just want them to return home.
The abnormal behavior making the family scared and suspicious.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred. Mike Bush has the night off. Tonight, a family is searching for a 25-year-old woman and her 3-year-old girl. Berkeley police are investigating, and our Laura Barczewski is live at Berkeley PD, where she met with the family just hours ago. Laura.
And the family tells me that Michaela Wickerson and her daughter Malaya were last seen at their home here in Berkeley on Graham Lane just under 3 weeks ago.
Mail still in the mailbox, grass overgrown, and the yard, which would normally have young Malaya and her mom Michaela playing in it, is quiet.
It's not like her. She always was clean, pretty, made sure her and her daughters had clothes on, and like I said, she's a goofy and smart individual. Like, this is not like Michaela at all.
The mom and daughter were last seen at their house on Graham Lane, July 28th. The family is scared, shocked, and searching for them both.
We've been going through social media. We've done a missing person report, but she's cut off all communication with us, so I don't know her whereabouts. I only know her last known address, and she's not there anymore, and it's not like her to leave everything behind.
I've been in her life since she was born.
Jamaica Gandy says she and Michaela are more like sisters rather than cousins, and is concerned her disappearance could be linked to a cult or human trafficking. The whole family fears for their safety.
I have been concerned about who she been hanging out with, because it's people that I never seen her with before. I pretty much know the friends that she actually was best friends with and always communicated with them as well.
Now they just want them to come home so that the yard can be full of life once again.
And Michaela, if you're looking at this, that I love you. If I've ever done anything to offend you, I am sorry. And I just want you and Malaya to come home. We love you.
I just want her and Malaya to know that I love her. And I wish they can return home. If they need me, hopefully she still remember my number. I'm a phone call away, and we searching.
Berkeley police are looking into the sudden disappearance and have sent those missing persons reports to other police departments to aid in this search. If you have any information on where Michaela or Malaya are or have seen them, you're urged to call police immediately. Reporting live in Berkeley, Laura Barczewski, 5 on Your Side.
Another cool August night in St. Louis, pretty comfortable for Cardinals fans. Once again, we are dropping into the 50s and 60s overnight, but the heat is coming back on. Chief Meteorologist Guy O'Connell joins us now with the Weather First forecast. Really lovely break.
It is. It's a nice break for us continuing into tomorrow, even into Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, it starts to get a little toasty, and then we're really going to turn things up as we get into Sunday and into next week. Right now, look at these numbers. Temperatures away from town already dropping back into the 60s. Washington, Missouri is down to 64 degrees right now, one of the cooler spots. So there'll be places again tomorrow morning in the upper 50s, low 60s in town. We're at 72. It's really Sunday into Monday and Tuesday when this big heat starts to build back in. Temperatures are climbing into the upper 90s to around 100 by Monday into Tuesday, likely lasting Wednesday into Thursday. Not thinking that we're going to have record-breaking high temperatures for those days, but the combination of heat and humidity will push those heat index values into that 105 to 110 degree range next week, most likely starting Sunday and then continuing at least through Wednesday, maybe for some of us into Thursday and Friday. So enjoy the comfortable weather while it's out there and start drinking your water now so you can start building up your hydration, Ann.
Tonight, a man shot by St. Louis police is now charged with unlawful use of a weapon, resisting arrest, and child endangerment. Police say Stephen Gilkey hopped out of his car and pointed a gun at officers near Fairgrounds Park yesterday afternoon. He remains in critical condition tonight after officers shot him. 2 children inside his car were not hurt. Teens trekking to public libraries in St. Charles County will soon need their parents to sign off on their visits. New tonight, our Robert Townsend explains it's part of a new policy aimed at keeping the peace.
From the outside, Catherine Linneman Library in St. Charles is clean, unassuming, and of course, quiet. Inside, that's typically the case, but not always, says Jason Kuhl, the chief executive officer of the St. Charles City County Library.
There can be some pushing and shoving. There has been, a fight or two, but that's not common.
Kuhl says for nearly a decade, increasing noise and horseplay among kids ranging from 10 to 16 years old have become ongoing problems, especially at this library. He says even though the library has security, the problems have gotten worse.
We do give them something to do. We do create a welcoming environment. But I think we've reached that point that it really had become untenable, so we had to do something.
On Monday, the library board passed a resolution that will now require teens to have parental permission or be accompanied by a parent or guardian when the students visit libraries. The policy applies from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. on weekdays for kids between the ages of 10 and 16. Parents will have to sign an online form. Kuhl says they definitely don't want to deter any kids from coming to their libraries. He says the goal of the policy is to keep the peace at a place that's typically quiet and safe for everyone.
I haven't really had too many issues with it.
This St. Charles County dad and his kids often go to the Catherine Linneman Library.
We'll do it if we need to. It's fine. I don't mind doing it.
The new policy will be on the books at St. Charles County's 11 public libraries starting on September 5th. Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Teens can still visit the libraries on weekends or outside those hours. Kids younger than 10 are already required to have a guardian with them. Tonight, St. Louis County leaders made their case to voters about a possible annexation in unincorporated West County. They held a public meeting at Queenie Park explaining the services they provide residents. The city of Manchester wants to expand and annex the area. Voters in Manchester and the unincorporated area will vote on the annexation on November 7th. The county will hold another public meeting September 7th from 4 until 7 at Queenie Park. Tomorrow, the Jennings City Council will hold an emergency meeting. This comes in the wake of resignations of 5 city leaders. According to the agenda, the council will vote to declare the August 9th meeting as unlawful and ineffective. They will also vote to rescind any vote that occurred and offer to rehire anyone who submitted resignations. In his resignation letter, the city's attorney calls the actions of Mayor Gary Johnson, quote, illegal, unethical, immoral, and racist. The mayor has not commented, but is expected to hold a news conference tomorrow afternoon before the council meets at 5 p.m. New tonight, the return of COVID-19. Although it never left, experts say cases are on the rise nationwide, and that includes right here in our area. Brent Solomon's just back from speaking with the St. Louis County Health Director. And Brent, any word on what's leading to the spike?
Well, Ann, a few things. Things are back to normal, so we're congregating again. Well, add to that, we're approaching the fall and soon the winter. As seasons change, respiratory illnesses make a comeback.
The coughing, fatigue, sore throats, and of course, loss of taste or smell.
We're seeing a rise in cases.
Say hello to the return of COVID-19. Nationwide, hospitalizations are up 14% from last week, but still lower than they were before the pandemic. I caught up with St. Louis County Health Director Dr. Kanika Cunningham.
Compared to 2 years ago, we're nowhere near that. But as we enter the winter months, what we do know is that respiratory viruses tend to increase and circulate. So we have COVID-19, influenza, RSV.
It's why she recommends vaccines to protect against them all. RSV specifically for those over 60. As for COVID,
different variants that's circulating right now, and we got our eye on one of them in particular, but I will recommend for individuals to get the booster.
The CDC now weighing in on when you should expect it.
The new COVID booster is expected to be approved by the FDA, and then we will make recommendations from the CDC probably by the 2nd or 3rd week of September.
The good news is
these particular variants, they're not as deadly or as severe as previous ones. You're not hearing a lot about people dying from it. It's more so mild symptoms.
To keep things that way, Dr. Cunningham wants people to get the new booster as soon as it comes out. Continue to wash your hands and even mask up if you're at risk.
For my older adults who may have underlying diabetes, hypertension, or other comorbidities like cancer, when you find yourself in enclosed spaces, crowded areas, I would recommend considering wearing a mask. We're not at the point of trying to mandate it, but I will recommend for individuals, if you're a person at risk, go ahead and put a mask on.
Now, the CDC says you can get your flu shot and COVID boosters at the same time if you'd like. But when it comes to the RSV vaccine, officials say talk with your doctor first. The health department says you should also stock up on COVID tests and stay home if you're sick.
Some stores are already advertising flu shots, but is it too early? 5 on Your Side asks local doctors who say you can get it now, but waiting until late September or October will give you more protection over the entire flu season. It usually peaks around mid-February, and like most years, this vaccine is different from last year.
We predict that the strains will be different and to protect everybody. So this year, every flu vaccine will protect against 4 strains, 2A and 2 of B. So that's a little bit new.
Doctors say if you have an egg allergy, you are safe to get this year's flu shot.